Hi everyone, my name is Leah. I'm doing this video by the request of a friend. They asked me to talk about my transition and how I came to identify as I do and things like that. So I guess let me start by telling you how I identify. I identify as trans feminine mostly. Lately I've been identifying a lot as non-binary or even a little boyish. I just experimented with trying to grow a beard. That was interesting. It itches more than you would think. Um, Non-binary has been suiting me just fine lately because I do identify as a kind of boyish in a lot of respects. I do a lot of boyish things like camping and shooting and rock climbing and, cool stuff. I started transitioning when I was 21 from male to female. I'm 25 now, so I've been on hormones for 3.5 years. However, I haven't taken them quite consistently, especially lately. As I've been identifying more as non-binary, I've been taking my hormones less, which is probably bad of me. I took a pretty conventional transition approach. When I was 21, I started seeing a therapist. I actually took it quite slow. I was in therapy for 6 months before I asked for a referral for hormone replacement therapy. That's quite a long time. My therapist actually offered me the letter at about 6 weeks. But dealing with some of the non-binary aspects of my identity was confusing, so I really wanted to make sure that it was what I wanted. I was really nervous when I finally went to the doctor. I was really scared of getting roadblocked by the doc, but I actually got a prescription that day. So it was really exciting, and I own cats. I got my name and gender legally changed on May 13th, 2013. So a little bit over a year ago. So I guess I started to notice that I was NB, non-binary, or trans when I was in high school. It became a thing in my life, I guess. I didn't know what it was called then, but I noticed that I was really into things like body swap. If you've ever seen something like the anime Kashimashi, stuff like that really was intriguing to me, and I learned a lot from it. I actually watched a lot of anime when I was in school, and it got me through some of that hard stuff. I also gamed a lot. I almost exclusively played as female characters in all the games that I played. Some of my friends thought it was kind of weird. I remember one time I was playing EVE Online, and of course I had a female character. And if you know anything about EVE, the portrait is quite highly featured. And I was playing, and I didn't really want to tell my parents anything because it was pretty nerve-wracking. So every time they'd come in my room, I'd quick hide everything. So one time I was playing EVE, and I was docked in a station, and so my portrait was pretty visible. And my mom came in and probably yelled at me for something, I don't really remember. But then she was like, "And don't worry, I see the girl." And I don't know, that was interesting. Kind of embarrassing, but it kind of gave me some confidence too, I think. And then another story I want to tell you, I had a friend since grade school, actually kindergarten, so I've known this person for quite a long time. And as I was kind of dabbling with the idea of starting transition, I was trying to figure out how my friends felt about it, because I didn't want to burn too many bridges and lose too many friends. So I asked this person, at one point, I'm like, "Hey, so I'm thinking about what do you think about trans people? Like, you know, what do you think? And they're like, oh, I think that's pretty weird. I don't really know how I feel about it. So I actually sat on my feelings for about a year after that, and then they hit me up and they said, so you remember when we were talking about transgender stuff a while back? And it was like a year at this point. And I'm like, yeah, I remember, because at that point I was transitioning, but I hadn't told many people at all. I didn't tell anybody for a long time. Actually, I was probably a year on hormones before I started coming out. And so they said, yeah, I'm trans and I'm starting my transition soon. And I said, oh, me too. I already started. So, you know, it's a pretty small world. There's a lot of trans people out there. A lot more than you would expect. Meg said that they would give you my YouTube channel. Hit me up there if you want. I don't know. I'll try to make more videos, I guess. Okay. I hope this helped. Bye.